Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. Today we're going to South America for a story I think more wine drinkers need to hear because it represents one of the most significant shifts in global wine quality over the last 3 decades. And most casual wine drinkers have not caught up to it yet. We're in Chile, and specifically the Maipo Valley, talking about Cabernet Sauvignon that is quietly competing with, and in at least one extraordinary case, beating most celebrated wines in the world. Chile's wine industry has a complicated history. For much of the 20th century, the country was known internationally, and when it was known at all, as a source of inexpensive, reliable, but largely unremarkable bulk wine. That began changing dramatically starting in the late 1980s and accelerating through the 1990s and 2000s, as Chilean producers invested heavily in vineyard research, international winemaking expertise, and a serious commitment to quality over volume. Cabernet Sauvignon became the centerpiece of that transformation, and Maipo Valley, just south of the capital city of Santiago, became its most important showcase. So here's what makes Maipo Valley, and specifically the subzone around the Puente Alto, so distinctive. The valley sits directly at the foot of the Andes Mountains, and that proximity creates a dramatic cooling effect that almost no other major Cabernet-producing region in the world experiences in quite the same way. Cold air rolls down from the Andes glaciers and snowpack every evening, dropping temperatures significantly and creating one of the most profound diurnal, day-to-night, temperature swings of any wine region in the Americas. The result is Cabernet Sauvignon that ripens fully during warm, sunny days, but retains extraordinary natural acidity and freshness because of those cold nights. This combination, full ripeness plus genuine freshness, is exactly what the greatest Cabernet Sauvignon in the world needs, and it's remarkably difficult to achieve consistently anywhere else. The wine that put this on the global map decisively is Don Melchor, made by Vina Don Melchor, which spun off as its own dedicated winery in 2019 after decades as the icon wine in the larger Concha y Toro company. Don Melchor is sourced from a single historic vineyard in Puente Alto, which has been continuously farmed for Cabernet Sauvignon since the late 19th century, when the founder of Concha y Toro imported the first Bordeaux cuttings to Chile. In November 2024, the 2021 vintage of Don Melchor was named the #1 wine in the entire world on Wine Spectator's prestigious Top 100 list, beating every Napa Cabernet, every Bordeaux First Growth, and every other wine submitted that year. This is a watershed moment for Chilean wine's international reputation, and it happened with a wine that, even at its most expensive, costs a fraction of what comparable recognition would command from Napa or Bordeaux. Beyond Don Melchor, Maipo Valley and the broader Chilean Cabernet landscape has a deep bench of excellent producers at every price point. Almaviva, a joint venture between Concha y Toro and Bordeaux's Chateau Mouton Rothschild, produces a powerful, structured, Cabernet-dominant blend from a single estate near Puente Alto, a fascinating collaboration between Chile's most prestigious terroir and one of Bordeaux's first-growth families. Errázuriz Venedo Chadwick from the cooler Aconcagua region offers another world-class expression, and for everyday drinking, Concha y Toro's Marqués de Casa Concha Cabernet Sauvignon, similar high-quality vineyards, delivers extraordinary quality at around $18 to $20. A genuine taste of Maipo character at a tiny fraction of the flagship price. Today's practical takeaway is that Chile is no longer the budget Cabernet alternative. It is, at its best, a genuinely world-class Cabernet Sauvignon producing country that happens to be significantly underpriced relative to its quality because the broader market hasn't fully recalibrated its expectations yet. That window of value will not stay open indefinitely as international recognition continues to build, especially after a result like Don Melchor, topping the Wine Spectator list. If you want to taste where the smart money in fine wine is paying attention right now, look to Puente Alto. Their wines are there, the quality is undeniable, and the prices have not yet caught up to either. Tomorrow, we'll talk about the practical buying guide for the entire week, vintages, value picks, and the sommelier script that works across all 4 regions we've covered. You don't want to miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for the next Decant.